Hi folks, welcome to the Human Being Broker, Dan here. Well, this is a highly controversial topic that can scare some vendors to the bone when they go to sell their business and can have purchasers running away from the business like it's a bad smell. This is an issue that needs to be addressed when looking to sell or buy a business. The secondary financials. And quite often, they have components of this. In this post, I will talk about how to establish the real value in the secondary financials. And it's so simple, it's just a matter of understanding the purchaser psychology. Almost all private sellers I've spoken to don't use this simple technique, and they keep asking me why purchasers seem to be putting in lowball offers on their business. Without this technique, a purchaser will use the secondary financials as leverage to negotiate down on the price of the business. First of all, let's uncover what are secondary financials. Well, this is when the owner, for whatever reason, incorrectly reports revenue of the business. And the perceived benefit of that is that they believe they'll pay less income tax and less GST proportionate to the amount of revenue that does not appear in the primary financials. But this can have a domino effect on the whole financial picture of the business. I'm sure you're all aware that the ATO uses benchmark calculations to assess whether or not a business is behaving in alignment with other businesses of that industry. For example, most food retail businesses will have 30% wages and 30% cost of goods. If the performance of the business falls outside of their benchmarks and are too high or too low, this will red flag the business to the tax office, and the ATO are becoming increasingly efficient at identifying and investigating this. Now folks, I just want to share this image with you one more time and let it sink in, because it can be crippling. The domino effect. The domino effect that incorrectly reporting revenue has is that the proportionate amount of expenses of the business will also need to be paid incorrectly and not appear on the primary financials, so that there will be no red flags at the ATO. As I'm sure you can see, this represents a large challenge when trying to sell or purchase a business. And this is the point where a purchaser will commonly lose interest. Most sellers do this because they think they benefit in cash flow on a week-to-week basis, but this is just untrue. And vendors, if this is you, please get in touch with me, because I'd love to have a chat with you, or please watch my video, Report It All, where I show you exactly why and how it's so important to make sure that your primary and secondary financials match. Here's a really simple calculation as an example to show you why this is important. Let's say that you're the seller. The seller promises a buyer that the business provides them $2,000 a week profit return after tax. However, $1,000 of this only appears in the secondary financials. Well, this will not translate well to a purchaser when asking for a premium price for your business. And regardless of how the purchaser intends on operating the business, they will argue every single time that income tax and GST should apply to this $1,000 portion. Now, here is the big secret, and it is so easy. We just do the calculation for them, so they don't have to ask the question. $1,000 minus $90 GST minus $150 income tax will mean a third-party owner would make around $1,760 per week after tax. I'm sure you're thinking, hold on a minute, this is now much lower than the $2,000 per week profit I originally promised, so I'm going to get a lower price for my business. No. The most important thing to realise is that the profit is now represented correctly and in a manner that is acceptable to the purchaser. And this carries huge, and I mean immensely huge, weight in their eyes. The mindset of a purchaser can be ruined by one tiny misleading factor, and this is the main reason that a purchaser will lose confidence, lose interest, and stop investigating the business further. In reality, a purchaser will only pay a premium market price, or any price for that matter, when they feel a level of comfortability in the financials. Let's use the capitalization method, the most popular method, to assess the business value as an example to demonstrate how you will end up with a higher sale price. Typically, a purchaser will pay up to 1 times more higher multiple for a business they feel is credible. Though let's be conservative and use a 0.5 times multiple increase. Here is the difference in the sale price using the same financial example as before. Now that's almost an extra $30,000 in your pocket. Plus the time and money you spend on the whole sale process will be exponentially lower. So it's simple, folks. To establish real value in the secondary financials of the business, compile the documents listed in my last video, Prepare Your Business for Market, and insist that the broker prepares a financial summary that reflects the business when it is 100% correct. It's going to be relevant to the purchaser, not you, the seller. Okay? That's all for now, guys. Thanks very much for watching. Please like and share and comment. I've got 2 videos coming out per week. So here's my email address. If you do want to get in touch with me, just make sure that you leave a phone number behind so that we can have a more open conversation if needed. Okay? See you next time.